And welcome. You are with the Skeinz Diaries, episode 213. I'm Marie here on a very sunny and lovely Monday morning, 28th of November. And I just want to wish you a very wonderful end of month. And did you survive the Black Friday sales? I know. So much going on. I don't know about you, but I thought my inbox on the email was going to implode there at one point. I got so many emails, but that's how it rolls. And of course, today is Cyber Monday. So there is still more to fun to be had. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. I'm going to talk about Claire and I decided actually very last minute this morning that we're going to throw something together for now to the end of the month. So that is why I'm a couple of minutes late. Literally, we were going hammer and tongs to get that loaded. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. I'm just going to let everyone roll on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It seems so crazy, isn't it? I can't believe it's 28th of November already. I tell you what I did do over the weekend is I talked about it last week. I did make my Christmas nuts because I'm doing a lot of handmade and homemade gifts for Christmas this year. And I have done them. I've actually photographed the process. On my personal Instagram account, I've actually posted that, but I'm going to take all of that and I'm going to put that out for you guys today. I'll probably pop it in the speakeasy and I may even pop it on the newsletter as well. So you have got my world famous Christmas nut recipe, which I have been doing. For anyone that knows me, knows that I've been making these things for forever. So I will get those out. And I've even got pictures and everything. So I'm a little bit more organized this year. Oh, Jean, lovely. You got it yesterday from Instagram. Brilliant. Yes, so I'll put those out so it is more accessible to everybody once I get off here. And I haven't yet got the newsletter out because, of course, we just decided to do this Cyber Monday extra little sort of promotion through to the end of the month because we could. So that literally got loaded, and then I'm going to send a newsletter out for all of that as well. What else do I have to tell you? I've also got Stornoway is actually up and live. If you put Highlander or Highland in the search bar on the website, you will see that colour has been loaded. I will talk a little bit more about that next in a couple of days. I'm not going to bombard you with too much today, but I have actually got that loaded up and we have now got stock of that in store. And I have to admit, I think this is my favourite colour yet. So I'm going to do a whole thing on it come Thursday, isn't it? Gosh, I don't know whether really don't know where it's all gone, to be honest. I mean, it's going to be December on Thursday. Oh, which means it could be Ethan o'clock, isn't it? If it's going to be December on Thursday. 28, 29, 30. Crikey. I need to talk to him, actually, because he's got his mother here. So it may not be. We may need to move it down a week, depending on where he is and what he's doing. So oh, good grief. I haven't spoken to him this week, so I couldn't tell you. But I I mean, I admitted to you the other day I had done no knitting at all. But I did, oh gosh, and I can see I've started a row. That's right, I got disturbed. Dinner was ready. So that's not very professional, is it? I'm going to have to show it to you because I haven't, look, I've started a row. But there we go. I am now... hold on, I can tell you where I'm at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there we go. I've done 9 medium blocks and you need 10 before you get to move on. So I've only got 1 more to do and I'm on to the large blocks. So I'm probably about, I would say, halfway through because I think the large blocks sort of represent 50% more. What am I talking about, you ask, for those who have just joined me? I am talking about the Basket Weaver Shawl by Stephen West. Here it is there. I'm enjoying it. It's just a really nice, relaxing knit. I am delighted. I could not be more delighted with how this is knitting up. I really am. It's making a fabulous shawl. It's lovely and squishy. It's got an ever so slight halo to it. And it's just lovely. Yeah, really, really lovely. So I'm thoroughly enjoying that. So yes, I got about 3 or 4 blocks done yesterday, which was quite nice. and I'm hoping to get a little bit more done this week. But no, this has been ticking along quite nicely, and I'm really enjoying it. And of course, Stephen West has come out with a new design. I mean, the man never sleeps. I've decided he can't sleep. He's got another new sweater design and a whole bunch of other things in the pipeline. And I mean, it's really quite amazing what he gets up to be fair. But I'm thoroughly loving this. Now, roving, to remind everybody, this is on Spotlight this month. So it's on sale for $4.95. It goes back to its usual price of $5.95 from Thursday. So if you haven't got this in stash yet, I really recommend that you do. I love it. It's not appearing in Stitch in Summer, so if you're sort of thinking, oh, it'll turn up on Stitch in Summer, I'll get it then, I can tell you now it's not. It's not scheduled for Stitch in Summer, so this is definitely the time to get it. Jeanette was just saying she's knitting the Alexandra colour, and it's beautiful to knit with. And that's the feedback that I'm getting, Jeanette. Solange, if you're in the Speakeasy, Solange Thompson posted up a fabulous photo of a design she's working on, which featured that colour, and she's really enjoying how it's knitting up. Suyan Tay has just, Suyan Tay, get that right, sorry Suyan, she has just posted, she's the Dragon Knitter on Instagram, she has posted her finished item in it. Gorgeous. I will probably feature that when the pattern is released. It's a test knit. The feedback she gave me, she absolutely loved it. She said she was delighted with how it knit up and how it finished. And if you are checking out her Instagram profile, she's also just posted a new sweater she's finished in Southlander, and it is to die for. It's utterly gorgeous. She uses a lot of our yarns, and if you really want to see how amazing you can create things, her profile is, if you're on Instagram, it is certainly one to follow. I love it. So that she's the Dragon Knitter on Instagram. But yes, do definitely get this in stash, and it is great for I mean, you could definitely use this for garments, no worries whatsoever, but I have to say I think these sorts of accessories and stuff are perfect for this. It's soft enough that it is going to be great for an accessory, and you get this lovely glow with a single roving, but as an accessory you don't have to panic too much about how it's going to wear. So I would at least get 5 or half a dozen of these in stash. That will cover you for most shawls, wraps, or anything like that, or even actually just get a pack. Let's do an Ethan, grab a pack, and you've got it there if you need it, and great for colour work, hats, and if you want to do something sort of like Lopi style or Scandinavian sort of style, especially Icelandic or Shetlandic, it would look fantastic. I'm really, really happy with how it's knitting, actually. It's a nice, pleasant surprise. I mean, you put these things in and you know in theory how you think they're going to be, but it's always nice when they're better than expected, which that is. Right, today. So this is what we've been roving. We went round and caught up, and this is the inspiration for this morning. We shot round to the mill and caught up with Ian, who's been doing this dip experiment for us, and talked about some dips moving forward. So last week I very quietly put up this one, which is Tea Party. It might have been the week before. So this is probably one of the darker shades that you'll get, that be one of the lighter shades, and then pretty much everything in between. You guys have loved this. Over half of this, actually probably close to 2/3 of this, is now sold through, but there is still a little bit left. As you can see, it's very much my colours, so I just love it. So that is up. There is still a little bit of Forest Gnome hanging around. Not a tremendous amount, but there is still a little bit of that left. But to join our friend Mr. Forest Gnome, we have got this little goodie on the same high twist merino base. This one I've called Romancing the Stone, because it is a true rich emerald green, and it sort of has, this is one of the darker ones, and it just sort of, it's lovely, sort of this lovely tonal emerald green, and it's sort of a dark one, and then it just sort of, I forgot to grab one of the slightly lighter ones, so there isn't too much difference in these, but I just think it's utterly gorgeous. And if you actually bought some apple blossom, that would be a really nice pop of color next to the apple blossom, but it is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The high twist really does make these colors pop, completely pop. So, of course, called Romancing the Stone after the 80s movie, showing my age. So, if you remember the movie with Michael Douglas and was it Kathleen Turner? Kathleen Turner, I think, in Romancing the Stone. And of course, they were off in Colombia romancing a emerald, El Corazon from memory. It was what it was called. And this just reminded me of this beautiful, rich emerald color. So that's what that one is. That's Romancing the Stone. The other new four, so that's in 4-ply, and also 2 high twists, so it can knit as socks. The other 4-ply that went up, and this one has got a really wide range of colours in it, and I've gone and grabbed these are the ones that I photographed, and this one is called Careless Whisper. Look at that! Isn't that gorgeous? Utterly gorgeous. So it's gone from sort of so it's a tone of sort of these, it's seriously sort of wispy, smoky tones, including blues and purples. That one's got a little bit, that one's more purple. Right through to sort of berry tones. It's utterly gorgeous. Now, this one has got a lot of variation in it because of the way that Ian had dyed it. When we go to pick these, we tend to, like if you buy multiple, we will try and pick them in colours close together. And we do that because if you're going to be doing a garment or something, it's easy for you to blend. So we work really hard at doing that for you. So if you buy a bundle, we'll try and do like all darks or all mid-tones or all light tones, or at least a series of tones so you can actually do them as a fade and actually roll them around. I just think that these are gorgeous. They're fun. They're really grown up and delicious, and I just love them. So this is Careless Whisper. So this is on merino base. I think this is just our straight machine washable merino 4-ply. So that is now up live and loaded. And the other fine weight, and I forgot to grab the Delene. I see you're there too because you'll kill me. I forgot to Delene knitted a sample for us in this because it was so beautiful. This is called a Fine Romance. Look at that. And this one is probably the most even one that we've had. Nearly all the colours pretty much were in the same zone. It's this stunning, beautiful pink. It's on our Pearl Luster base. So it's this beautiful, soft pink. And in fact, it's not it's showing actually quite washed out on screen. It's not. It's got actually a little bit of punch to it. It's just delicious, utterly delicious. And she has knitted an Adira top from Libby Johnson in it. It looks divine in that top, utterly beautiful. So if you're wanting a summer weight yarn and something light, actually, Cara, I'll just get Cara to go and grab it for me. Cara, can you go and grab the pink Adira top that's on my desk? Thank you. And I'll show it to you because it is so pretty and it just shows you the beautiful soft shifts of colour. It is utterly divine. This has got heaps of meterage on it. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's something like 450 metres of skein. It's just lovely, you know. Helene's asking, can I buy, thank you, Cara. Can I buy the grey in different colours, i.e. not all the same, too close? Actually, Helene, yes, you can. Just pop a note in the comments section saying, if you're buying, if this is Careless Whisper, I'm assuming, just saying, could you please have a range of different skeins within the tonal, as many different colours as you can, and the girls, when they go to pick them, they can see that note and they will do their best. I can't guarantee it, it depends on what's left, but they will do their best, I promise. This is it here, look at that, and you can see, look how beautiful those colours are. I just think they've done such a good job with that. Look at that. It's utterly divine. It feels fabulous. Really feels fabulous. It is actually this yarn, if you're looking at doing this design, pearl luster and this design are a match made in heaven. It really is. So that's it there in the hand dips. So if you want to do something really special with that, a fine romance is perfect, or you could just do straight pearl luster. So that is up and live. And then I've also, because there are DK lovers out there, I have gone and done a couple of DKs. This one is sort of, so this one is interesting. This one's called Belladonna. And they played around. It's interesting when they played around with the dyeings. This one here is sort of, it's a mixture of sort of blues and purples. And this was the precursor to what became Careless Whisper, which is more complex. But this is just on our DK machine washable base. Don't go falling all over the floor. Fabulous, and it's just loads of fun. This is great if you've got wanting to do some quick Christmas gifts. You want to do little one-off cowls. A single one of these will do that. We don't have a massive amount of these belladonnas, but there are some there, and there are a few there. And this is of all of them, this is the one that I love the most. And you'll probably go, oh, really? Why is that? But there's something about this one I don't know what it is, but I love it. So this last one is called, I'm just pulling the label down so you can see the colours a little better. This last one is called Endurance. I've named it after Ernest Shackleton's ship that went to Antarctica. There it is there. And it is, this is on our Orb DK base. And it is a very soft mix of stone, sort of like, imagine sort of a glacier or on the pack ice, and these sort of blues and dark sort of smoky shades and little bright pops of turquoise. And it is just, I think this is really special. I love this one. So this one is called Endurance. It's on the Orb DK base, and so it is just utterly, utterly divine. I think as a cardigan, this would look amazing. It would be, yeah, it's just really beautiful. And we've got a sort of a bit of a colour set. I'm going to have a little sort of a colour series with this. Endurance is the first of them in this group, but there's some that you'll see them as they come, but this is the first one that is ready. Now, all of these dips I've got loaded now. If you've already jumped over and had a look, you would have seen all of them are now loaded with 20% off. So that means $4 off the merinos. So they go from $19.95 down to $15.95. Or in the DK, this guy here has got $3 off. So that is now down to $11.95. Now, it is only for the remainder of this month. So it's today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. That's all you've got, and then they'll go back to the usual price. So we're not going to do specials on dips, but we thought we didn't have anything planned for Cyber Monday, and we thought let's do something special, and we're going to do it on these. Obviously, we only have very limited stocks on all of these, some more than others, depending on the size of the vat that was used and the dyeing and the playing around and the rest. So there's, but wait, there's more. The existing shades still in stock. Tea Party that I showed you, Forest Gnome that I talked about, both also have that 20% off as well. So just those two, because the rest have all gone. So do head over. They're on the Dip Dyed page, and Claire was just literally wicking them up onto the sale page for me as well. So you can have a look at those there. Speaking of the sale page, we still have those chunkies available, and the bloom boxes. So I've gone and done those bloom boxes for a blanket. They all come with a blanket pattern and they're complete. But I saw somebody on the speakeasy post a sweater in the bloom, and it looked their progress, and it looked freaking amazing. It looks so good. So you don't actually have to knit a blanket from the bloom box. You can actually just buy the bloom box and knit a garment, but it's actually much more cost effective to buy it in the box, and of course we're going to be supplying you with a pattern as well, if you choose to go that, if you're that way inclined. So if you are looking for some super fast chunky knitting, Bloom is the way to go, and those boxes certainly are a really cost effective way of getting Bloom at garment/blanket amounts. So I would definitely not discount those. I would make sure you get those. What else have we got coming up? As I said, Stornoway is up and live, but I'll talk about that a little more later in the week. Don't forget the roving. You've only got 3 days left for roving on that. And then just to sort of, throw everything out and I've just realized now, because like Thursday is the 1st of December, which means, guess what it starts? Stitch in Summer. Yes, Stitch in Summer. I know. We'll start on Thursday, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I can't remember. It's on the calendar, but you will also have, and it'll be something completely different to what we've been doing. Okay, so that's the one thing I can promise you. It'll be, we always started off with a good one. So 1st of December will be something really cracking. I am hoping, fingers crossed, to be working on a gift guide with everything else. Hopefully I get that off the ground in the next week to get out to you to help navigate through some Christmas shopping and things that we've got. And potentially I may even list some of our Stitch in Summer stuff there. Shan has just put a comment in here saying thoughts on another cruise. I know Shan's in our cruise, was in our first cruise group, and she's in our Facebook cruise group. No, funny you should mention that, Shan. I have actually been talking about it with Veronica, who works with us here. Veronica is also a travel agent. So we picked Veronica up, obviously, when the lockdowns and stuff happened, and work in that sector for her got very quiet. And we're very lucky that we've still held on to her, and she's still doing travel as well. So poor V is so busy. So I have been talking to Veronica, actually, and she's been doing some investigations for me, and I'm toying with the idea of potentially something late 23-24 season. But I need to sort of wrangle it. So it is probably at the end of that season and probably still in this part of the world. So it all just comes down to when the sale happens and when I can find an itinerary that is also going to give us ports of call where there's lots of fibery things that happen. There's some Australian coastal cruises. So we started in Melbourne for the last one, and then we sort of headed across the Tasman. I'm actually potentially looking at a Australian coastal. And I know the one I really want to do, but it only has 1 or 2 itineraries. So there's some that go around the top, but the one I'm quite keen on, there's ones that go Sydney down through Tasmania up through the bottom, and I think finish in Adelaide, or I quite like Fremantle to Sydney, going straight across the bottom. But it's about finding a itinerary that works for us. Karen said, yeah, the girls have done knitting cruise, so a lot of them ended up with COVID, so it can be tricky for cruises. Yeah, it can, Karen, but to be honest, you can go to a wedding and come back with COVID, or funeral. I mean, it's pretty much it's around now. And I think it's, we just have to live with it, don't we? And make sure that we're as protected as we can be and look after ourselves as best we can. We've got to live, people. So that's the plan, is probably, towards the end of the 22, so what are we now? 22, 23-24 season. Early, probably sort of at the end of that sort of 2020, it'll be 2024. That's what we've started looking at. But I've got so much else to do between now and then, and we're hoping to get the new website launched between now and the end of the year. Claire and I have got a meeting around that tomorrow. We're getting there. We are slowly getting there, but it has been such a mish. But it's exciting. Absolutely exciting. So it's really good. All right, everybody, I'm going to keep moving. So as I said before, the dip dies. Oh, sorry, Pauline's asking, do husbands go too? Oh, absolutely, Pauline. The first one I did was, I think we had 55 or 52, I think it was. And only about 30 or so, 30 were knitters. The other 20 were partners and husbands and family members. And one group was actually only one, I think two of them knit, and then the rest of them were just a little cluster that were just friends in there. So the way that I have done it, and I don't know how other craft cruises do it. She's our cruise senior because she's done multiple cruises and lots of different themes. But I sort of tried to design it that we'd have a mixture of crafty stuff that you can do that you really enjoy, that's crafty and getting together and knitting and enjoying, but also to having plenty of time just to relax. So if you've traveled with other friends, group or family, you could have time with them and do your own thing, or you could actually pull together and actually do stuff as a larger group. Or so we had some that engaged heaps and we did lots together as a group, and then others that just dipped in and out for the crafty sort of stuff. It was a real mix, and it really came down to you could actually build your own experience. And we did it with Princess, and they did a great job. So that was awesome. So so that's what we're doing. I haven't actually narrowed it down in terms of lines that so far, to be honest, I've only just had a brief glancing. It will be likely probably Princess, or I have also been looking at Holland America as well, because I know that they accommodate a lot of cruise groups with this sort of thing. So I just need to put a bit more work into it. But yes, I have started thinking about it again. So there you go. Right, I'm going to get going so I can get all of this ready for you guys. So it's over on the Dip Dyed page or on the sale page, 3 days only. Don't forget your roving, and I will see you on Thursday. Until then.